Brothers and sisters, we gotta stop the BS. It's now or never. I call down protection from the great divine for ourselves, from ourselves, so we don't become our own worst enemy. Salute! It's my community. Yeah, man, I want better. Yeah, in any kind of weather. As long as it's good, I take it, whatever. Yeah, it's still my community. And you know I want better. Yeah, in any kind of weather. As long as it's righteous, I take it, whatever. I mean, I done been through a lot of things. As I tell you,
Brothers and sisters, I am here in the classroom with my son. If you can hear the children all around me, I'm literally at the school right now, volunteering. What's up? Current subscriber, new subscriber. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Don't look big age, say it.
Hi, everybody.
That's my son. We're sitting here at the table right now, eating his lunch. We're actually in the classroom. They couldn't go to the lunchroom. Wonderful, youthful voices around me. I would videotape, but that'd be weird, so I just thought I'd just do the voice. Put this on my YouTube. I was going to videotape, but it's not appropriate to videotape around kids. Yep, sitting here with Ethan. Eating, let me see what we got here. Eating yogurt, strawberry, banana. It's a weird lunch. You got carrots, which you probably ain't gonna touch. You like carrots?
Zion, no. Keep your hands.
And we got blue raspberry lemon. What is this? This not yogurt. It's supposed to be a slushy, a smoothie, a slushy. Well, I might be getting out of here in a minute.
I'm not going to say it again.
I'm going to get ready for work.
Wait a minute. Just wait.
I like that shirt he got. What your shirt say, man? I know it say swag. What does it say at the bottom? I can't see it. What does it say? Light up the streets? Okay. What artist is that? You know what artist that is? You know what rapper that is? It's who? Oh. I don't know who that is either. Look familiar though. I like that sweater. Look like 21 Savage. That's what it look like. Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining in, coming in. Sitting with the youth, volunteering in my son's school. Gotta work together, can't complain. When you're on the inside, you see the deal.
Thank you. We're not playing in the back. Zion, the garbage is here, and you are not to leave this classroom. Zion, go to your seat. No, go sit down.
All right, yo, Dad, gonna have to roll out of here. You ain't eating these. What you gonna do with these?
More
Smile sometimes. Smile. You look better when you smile. All right, so I'm about to roll up out of here. I go home and get ready for work. I'll be back tomorrow, though. Tell everybody bye. Say this Ethan. See y'all later.
This Ethan. See y'all later.
All right, y'all. Signing out.
And you know I want better. Yeah. In any kind of weather. The phone answers righteous. I take it. Whatever.
Brothers and sisters, general, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, I salute you. May that great divine come in our life and make us prosper, and everything we touch turn to gold. I mean that. And like I said, current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, I salute you. And we alive and breathing. We are back to conquer another day, another year, and another decade. And stay at it, you know. And welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion. And I honor thy ancestors who fought so very hard, brother or sister or general, to get many of us in that great, great divine space. Whenever we, whatever way we can, right from a righteous heart, have a clear perspective and be the change inside, in life, in our families, and in these schools, you know. And salute to the volunteers, the faculty, teachers, principal, those who care, you know, about children and putting in the work, because I think that great divine watches over those who care for children. You know, we have to have love at the base, though. As I said, we have to be creative and dynamic when it comes to each child, because each child is different, young brother or young sister. So you have to deal with them in a different way. And I wanted to take people on the inside. I wanted to hear, maybe sometime I have video, you know, because, you know, you got to be careful. You can't be videotaping, you know, in schools and kids. So I just thought I'd get their voice on there, and just wanted people to hear what goes on in classrooms. And it's not noisy like that all the time. It was lunchtime and the kids were eating, and just wanted people to hear the youth, and the interacting with the youth and the teachers and stuff like that, because it can be very, very challenging. So my advice to parents that have children in school that maybe have behavioral problems, pop up on them every so often, you know. So then that way you be unpredictable, you know. They'll never know when you'll pop up, and that'll kind of lessen the behavioral problems, because that's something I've kind of learned, because my son never know when I'm gonna pop up. And his mom does the same thing. She pops up. She's pretty good about that. She's always done that throughout the years with my son's other siblings, because and, you know, it's just wonderful being involved, and again, being that change, you know, not just speaking on it, not just complaining about it. No, get inside and see for ourselves, and then we can kind of come up with our own strategic way to deal with it, you know, because I know some of us parents, we have circumstances, jobs, school, you know, other things we have to do, but at least stop up there once a week. That's my advice, and it's a surefire way to stop some of our children's behavior, you know, when you pop up there once, and showing that we care, because that matters too. Because as I said so many times, even when a child is stubborn, speak to him anyway. We speak with conviction, you know, sometimes soft love, sometimes hard love. But as we have learned, you know, those who are adults and been on this planet for a while, those we've listened to, elders we listened to down through the years, some things we heard or they did, we still do today, that catapulted us to the life that we have now. And it's wonderful, you know, and it's brother or sister, family member. So be the change inside our life, in this world, especially in these schools, and get a more clear perspective. And I'm telling you, you'll love yourself later. And it's effective when we pop up at least once a week, every so often, in our child's school. And it's a good it's effective to other children. It's an impact to other children also, because I also speak to other children too, not just my son, you know, because as I said, when I volunteer, and this will be part 13, because I've been volunteering for the last 3 years. So this will be part 13, and I'll try to get them in a playlist, but I'll put maybe a couple in the end screen. I'll put see, I think I did 12 and 11 on the last couple of podcasts, so I'll put like maybe 9 and 10. I'll put that in there, and then you go into the podcast 9 and 10, then the other ones, it will lead on down, you know, 8, 7, 6. because they're all on my channel, and it's a wonderful thing. And I never thought one would be volunteering as many other volunteers. And salute to all my volunteers who who help children, because it can be very, very challenging, because it's 3 floors at my son's school. You got the smaller kids on the first floor, which is pretty quiet. Then you got the middle kids, which is on the second floor, which is my son, and I have to say his classroom is kind of rowdy. They can be pretty noisy and pretty challenging. So that's my hallway. And as I said in the past, I just watch the stragglers that come in the hallway that's not supposed to be there without a pass, And I'll speak to them. I don't just, as I said, I don't just rush them back into class. If they have some issue with a student or something, I speak to them. Or anything they might have an issue with, because some of them because children don't know how to deal with their emotions. They don't know why they feel the things they feel. So we as volunteers, staff, parents, we speak to them the best way we can. We be creative with it. Don't even focus on their behavior. Get to the core of it. Speak on things that relate to them. Because when I talk to young brothers, when I speak to them, I say, this is what I would tell my son. And I always tell them my name, and I ask them their name, and I shake their hand, and let them know that I'm here to help, and, and help them in any way I can to deal with whatever issue that they're dealing with. And kids remember that, and you see the results of it when you come back to school. They feel that care, because as I said, children feel vibrations too, young brother or young sister. And you'll see it if you put forth the effort, Still my community, still our community, whether we know it or not. And whether some are literally in the community or doing things in our family. Because small things, small righteous things make for big righteous things. Because some always like to say, what we do righteous in the present will benefit us in the future. All day, every day. Just keep on living. You'll find out, If you want to live toxic and evil and selfish and don't care, well, have fun with your selfish self. Been there, done that, and being selfless, we can't help everybody, but we can at least try, even a positive word. You'd be surprised at how far a positive word will go. And sometimes we can help an individual and then we go on with our life and we see them years later or months later and be like, man, or a sister help somebody or a brother help somebody. And we see them later on, like, man, thank you for that positive word, or thank you for what you did. And that's what it's all about. Because the same as doing toxic, when you do something wrong, life is like a full circle come back around. It's the same thing doing positive. It's the same thing. You just got to stay at it. Don't look for nothing. That's how that great divine, Mother Nature, and the universe works. Works in unison. It works on its time, And again, the great divine Mother Nature sees all, knows all, can be everywhere at once. So again, those who are sneaking and don't give a damn or don't care, it's just a matter of time for a hurt to come back. Because again, we can't hurt ourselves. The great divine don't want us hurting ourselves. And I think that great divine puts emphasis on that. Because if we hurting ourselves, as I said, hurt people. So, at least not on purpose. We got to have good intent. Again, it's not being this, because a lot of us have things going on. Not everybody's in the community, but at least have a right heart and help who we can, But if you're healthy, as I always say, can't help no one that don't want to help themselves. I'm talking about an adult. I'm not really talking about children. I'm talking about adults. If you're an adult adolescent doing petty stuff, I feel sorry for you. But, be a change wherever we are, right in our families, be a change there, be the change. Speak about the change and talk about needing change. No, be the change, be the pillar, go harder and be consistent on being righteous and lifting and teaching, and the more determination we have, the further we will go. That divine determination and discipline, integrity is a wonderful thing, because when we have integrity, God loves us when we have integrity. Because as I said, great divine, Mother Nature, and that universe is the epitome of integrity. So, and integrity can lead to a lot of great things in our life. That's how I end up volunteering. I never thought I'd be volunteering, but when you have children, and again, that's why I played that clip at the beginning. When you see what goes on and how challenging it can be in these schools. And as far as some statistic goes, and I'm in the Milltown, the school I'm volunteering at, it's pretty good. A lot of kids registered this year, but some schools are not doing very well. Some of them are getting shut down because some of these teachers are just getting overwhelmed, and I think they deserve good pay because, again, it's challenging dealing with different personalities. Same as, managing or being a manager or a supervisor on the job, adults. That's even worse because adults should know better. And I work on the job. I see the things that adults do. And it's crazy what some of the adults do these days. Some of them be worse than children. Real talk. So it can be very challenging dealing with different personalities, brother or sister, younger or older, male or female. But the longer we stay with it and we practice and not get caught up in our own human emotions and ego and all that stuff and really study human nature, we'll come up with solutions. We'll see ways to get to the core of a child and see what's wrong with them. It might take a little pecking away, a little chipping away, and getting through their stubborn exterior. But when you break through and you get to that core and you see the results of you helping them, you're like, whoa, one child at a time. One child at a time. Keep pecking away. Stay at it. Got to be relentless with this positive energy. And again, it's more than just a word. Positive energy is a means for creating a better life for ourselves, and we work our way out. A righteous ripple effect. That's my thing. Be a righteous ripple effect in life. It'll just make you better. And as I heard a great brother say, it makes for an easy transition, because when I go out of here, as many of my other great brothers and sisters out there in the world or online or maybe family members, I want to be known for trying to do the right thing and accept mistakes one has made in the past and just hold accountability and keep forging forward, because there is no leading a great journey without integrity and or accountability. And Great Divine would just lead the way, with just open up the floodgates of nothing but righteousness. And we got to speak conviction into our spirit. Be strong. Back that devil up. Again, devil has no power. So be the change, Be the solution and not the damn problem. Don't complain all the time, Get away from complaining and gossiping and things that could sway us away. As you know, social media, the media, celeb gossip, and there's politics and politics going wild, celebs going wild. No, focus on our families. Focus on things that we can help do right where we are, because we can control where we are. Might not can't control person, place, things in the world, but we can control how much time we on social media, what we give our minds to, what stimulates us. Again, we all have challenges, but again, when we are aware and we have been on this planet for a while, we have studied ways to lessen the challenges. Because one thing I like to say, less stress or no stress at all. People need to take stress very, very serious, and don't involve ourselves in things that'll bring stress. We got to learn, again, put that spotlight on that intuition and play out them scenarios. Got a podcast right here on my channel. Scenarios can save our lives, because it's almost like a crystal ball. Will help us to prevent things and anticipate things, especially when it comes to the children, and give us a more of a clear perspective, and be the change wherever we are, but especially in these schools. And do what we can in our community. We out and about, we see a homeless person, just give it to them. Give them some money, give them $1. That righteous, it will come back. I've done it. I've given so many homeless people money and done things for people, not bragging. I'm just kind of giving an example of what we put out is what we get back. I mean, my first day in the Milltown, a homeless person stepped to me. You think that was a coincidence? No, because that's when the journey was getting ready. It hadn't begun, but it was getting ready to begin. And that Great Divine will test us. Sometimes it tests our generosity. Sometimes it'll test us when we're going through something and a homeless person and will approach us. But I'm not saying we give to every homeless person we see, but those that are sincere, and really appreciate it. And I run across a lot of them. If you appreciate it, I'll give you some money, give you $1, because I've been homeless. I know what it's like to be homeless. That's where, like I said, a lot of us that have been homeless and been down and out, that's what developed, that empathic part of us, made some of us become reachers and teachers and sharing energy to others, because we don't want to see others struggle. We know what it's like it's a struggle. So we try to teach things or teach individuals to be aware of things so they won't have to go through what we went through, be it children, adult, anyone that wants to learn and want to grow, So again, be the change where we are and in these schools, and teach ourselves to have a more clear perspective in our lives about the world, the celebs, the politics, the social media, and know how powerful this thing, man, this social media is very, very powerful. If you know how powerful this thing can be, you won't get taken in by it. Be positive and don't have too much entertainment, and look to learn things, read, study, explore, especially in our mind, It's wonderful. The 7 senses, keep them on fire. Mind, body, and soul. See, hear, and feel. And that great, great psyche. Win that battle in that psyche, Because studying our psyche will help us to deal with the youth, the young brothers and young sisters, And don't have no ego, because kids will do things that tap into our ego sometimes. Like I said, you have to deflect their behavior. And kind of, it's like we don't care about it, but it's like when you give in to a child's behavior, and stop it. It just makes it worse. We still discipline them. Sometimes we do got to be kind of hard. Though. I'm not saying some things do have to have a little bit of a hard discipline, but still, use that psychology part of us. We got to get to the core so we can stop the behavior or future behavior, So that's just one's experience. Again, we stay in the student spirit. That's why I always say leaders and teachers with a student spirit. We stay with a student spirit, we'll learn things and we'll flourish. Because those who listen to the righteous things of life are usually the most intelligent. So I want to read a page out of one's book I said I had, called Unlocking the Vault. And I've talked about it on multiple podcasts. As I said, this is part 13 of volunteering. And on my banner, it's my son's school. And I got volunteering on the thumbnail. It's not in the title, but again, this is part 13, and clear perspective is a beautiful place to be. And I'm talking about sways of the world, ourselves, and when we just stand on point on things, when we got those pistons firing, nothing can fuck with us. I'm telling you, I don't mean to cuss, but man, it's just when we think of the things we've been through that we thought we were impossible, it's like, man, I can't. It's unimaginable the things we come across when we connect to that divine force, or that real being within that KRS-One talk about. I bring it up every now and then. Every now and then I play that clip from KRS-One, and anyone can draw energy from that quote he said. He said, and I played it on my father and son discussion with my son, Lord Lamont. Salute. When the real being speak, when the real being officially, emphasis on officially speaks, then I'm talking about the real being within, and this could be child or adult, and it has to be the real being, emphasis on that. Our true selves within, no lying, no sneaky, nothing toxic, nothing. Now, when you get through the layers, the human layers, when the real being speaks, this is KRS, I didn't say this is what KRS once said, all nature in the universe responds, but only then, when the real being speaks, only then with that great divine universe, Mother Nature respond. And this could take a lifetime, because some people, you can't think you're this deep spiritual person. You have to be, not think, we have to be and know, not knowing everything, but knowing, because knowing has foundation. Because I always like to use the example, and maybe other teachers have used this example. When we go get a paycheck, we don't believe we gonna get it, right? No, we know we gonna get it. It's the difference. So we have to watch that word belief. And I've been taught by other teachers about that word. I bring that up every now and then. No, we have to know righteously, though, because knowing has what, as I said, has foundation. Because if you want to know why that word belief can be shaky, now I know not everybody that use that word is toxic or fake or nothing, but I'm talking about those who do believe in things that's crazy, So again, we just have to watch that word belief. One has to know, because it's actually on the walls in Kemet. I bring this up again. It's something I didn't know, but on the walls of Kemet, and many of our great teachers know this, brother or sister. It says know thyself. It don't say believe thyself. It says know thyself. But if you check the history, those who are corrupt and tainted Kemet sayings and what our ancestors used to say, that turned that knowing into believing. I don't even know where that word belief came from. We have to know oneself and be sure of oneself. Real talk. So, because when we sure of oneself, we'll see toxicity in others, or maybe person, place, or thing. Because if you right within, toxicity on the outside will be highlighted. Because if we are toxic or a person is toxic, we ain't gonna be able to see nothing. So we have to have a clear perspective and be the change in our lives and in these schools. All right, I want to read this page from my book, Unlocking the Vault. And I'm up to page 40. And I think the last couple podcasts I read maybe one page about awakening, because I just did a podcast a few days ago about awakening and the divine signs of nature. It's wonderful. When I saw that rainbow, man, the biggest, hugest rainbow I ever saw in my life. I never saw a rainbow. It was wide and long. I mean, I never seen a rainbow that wide, like 5 stripes. I think it was more stripes than that. It was wide. I never seen nothing like that. And that's a synchronicity, brothers and sisters. That means one is on the right path. But guess what? It's not just me. It's many great brothers and sisters, underground brothers and sisters out here that are on the right path. And I'm sure many of my great brothers and sisters, whether in the world or online, I'm talking about the like-minded ones that have that divine light. They see synchronicities all the time. I'm sure it's not just me. It's a lot of us that are seeing it. Stick with that. That means there's something we're doing right. If we're seeing divine signs, synchronicities, and I know I say that word a lot, but I've been seeing it a lot. And you see like animals in nature that come up to you and just little aha moments in nature and things we can't explain. I'm sure a lot of us are experiencing that. If you're seeing that, that means we on the right path. It's something you're doing right. Study it. Go deeper, as I said. But I want to read this page and in synchronicities and divine ways and divine thinking and integrity, as I said, is what led one to volunteering. Because man, integrity is a beautiful, beautiful thing. How can one not have integrity? Because it makes life so much better. We can breathe, and our children will feel our integrity. So again, clear perspective. Be the change where we are and in these schools. All right, let's go. Leaders and teachers with a student spirit. Let's have a meditative moment. All right, page from my book, Unlocking the Vault, page 40. All right, stay focused on core issues. Family, children, significant other, if we have one, male or female. Our kids are our future. I know it's more than just a word or a saying. They are our future. So let's guide them in a divine direction. It should be our goal to instill righteous tools in them. But we as parents or family members have to be consistent, and that's for me too, dynamic and creative when it comes to teaching children. Every child or generation is different. Most of all, be led by love, whether it's graceful love or hard love, but love, real love at the base. Sometimes tough love, as I just said, because children have to learn respect for themselves and others who are deserving of it. Because we got to be careful. We can be empathic and respectful, but if those don't respect us or don't want to respect you, so you're dealing with another individual, get away from them. Because we have to have respect over love. That's why I said about relationships. If you don't, a romantic relationship or a friendship or a brotherhood or sisterhood, if there is no respect, there is no love, period. And how you going to have love without respect? It's impossible. So those who are in relationships not respecting, but I love you. No, how does that work? It doesn't work. So if there is no respect, there is no love. And eventually it's going to crumble. It's going to fall apart. So you better have respect, because that's what most men want in these relationships. We want respect. The love will come, integrity, not none of that sneaky shit, manipulating and all that. Get rid of that shit. Where is it going to get you? And it's brother or sister. So, and our kids will see this. We got to be careful what we do in front of our children. Children see everything we do, even if they ain't saying nothing. They feel things. They have intuition. That's something I'm learning. I don't shut my son down, my 9-year-old. Even my son, Lord Lamont, I try to listen to him, It was a time when I was stubborn and didn't listen, but I brought myself out of that. Because as I said, those who listen are usually the most intelligent to the righteous things, So just look at the great kids of our time that grew up to be something, maybe in our lives, or a friend of ours we know that had, we see the righteous children. Every child, young brother or young sister, is going to go through the challenges of life. But when you got brothers like me and sisters and other brothers and sisters that think the way I do, we will get them in that right direction and they will flourish. We guide them and let them come into their own, let them find their own gifts, find their own way. But we teach them the do's and the don'ts and be consistent and stay right there with them and be the righteous generals that great divine has called many parents, mothers, and fathers to be. Young mothers and fathers or older mothers and fathers, stay with it. And as I said, pop up on our children. If I didn't say that, I think I said that. Pop up on our children every so often at these schools. That is effective because you got to be unpredictable. And that will lessen the behavioral problems. Don't complain about the teacher, because I always like to say, if I didn't say this, that schools are learning facilities. They're not daycares. So we as parents, I'm not saying all us parents do this, but some think of schools as they're not daycares. These teachers can get overwhelmed sometimes. I've seen it. That's why I played that in the beginning, so those can hear what goes on in these classrooms sometimes. So children can be something else, but we have our good days, we have our challenging days, but we stay at it because there is no destination. We enjoy the journey, but we be ready for the challenges along the way and continue being the champions that we are. I learned that from a great brother. Got to put that in our soul. We got to speak encouragement into ourselves so we can pass it on to maybe adults and children. So again, salute to the faculty, salute to other volunteers, and salute to the parents that do come up to the school, because I see a lot of black parents that do come up there. So salute to the parents that are involved, and not beating up on the parents that don't come. But if you can't volunteer or go to the parent teacher conferences, at least pop up on your child once a week. I'm telling you, that will be effective. Then that way you kind of know what's going on. You won't have to wonder, because that's another good reason to volunteer too. So we won't have to wonder what's going on. We can go inside, go get on the inside, and get a more clear perspective, because that's what it's all about. On life, person, place, or thing, our own selves, our personal lives, but especially in these schools. Real talk, because the schools are a part of this walk too. So, as I see, there are teachers in my son's school that do care, but there's some teachers in there that don't take no crap too. We gotta have gotta be a little tough, because children gotta learn respect. And some of these younger, you gotta keep that reality. Some of these younger brothers and some of these kids, some of them can get a little bit out of control. So gotta be a little tough, but love at the base. Children will feel this. I've talked to multiple kids at my son's school, young brothers and young sisters, and I think I have been an impact in their life. And I had to speak to my son a couple times, and I went up and visited my goddaughter yesterday. She's on the third floor. It's the big kids on the third floor. It's the middle kids, second floor. Then you got the smaller kids on the first floor. First floor is usually pretty quiet, as I said. My son floor, it can be a little noisy. You can hear, when I'm in the hallway, you can hear the teachers, be quiet, sit down. You can hear them, And every so often, as I said on a recent podcast, I'll step in the classroom and kind of mediate, because it can get overwhelming. So, like I said, salute to the parents that do volunteer and those who do come up, and faculty and teachers that give it their heart and soul every day at these schools, because it can be very challenging. So that was something in my spirit, and just want to give a little encouragement and take those inside of what it's like in these schools. Again, it's not noisy like that every day, just want to give people a little taste of what goes on in these schools sometimes, and dealing with children. But it's worth it in the end, because again, what we do righteous in the present will benefit us in the future, all day, every day. So thank those for coming in to another edition of EBX Discussion. Current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, my reachers and teachers, my real emphasis on real reachers and teachers, one's family in the world and online, my generals, brothers and sisters, children all over the world. May you please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever you are right now.
We gotta stop the BS. It's now or never. I call down protection from that great divine for ourselves, from ourselves, so we don't become our own worst enemy. Salute! It's my community. Yeah, man, I want better. Yeah, in any kind of weather. As long as it's good, I take it, whatever. Yeah, it's still my community. And you know I want better. Yeah, in any kind of weather. As long as it's righteous, I take it, whatever. Man, I done been through a lot of things, as I tell you, and this is why I say, and yeah, I'm trying to stay true, and trying to do what I do, and I want us to win, and no one never lose, and never be confused, a good sister and do, and I'm talking to my children and my family too, no one never stop in this hip hop, I mean, I'm above the bottom, I say fuck the top of evil entities, trying to take it from thee, but I'm here to say, I mean, we gotta stay free, gotta stay free. Gotta stay free. Yeah, it's still my community. Yeah, I want better. Yeah, in any kind of weather, as long as it's righteous, I take it. Yeah, I mean whatever. It's my community. I never be selfish. I always lend help. I put black people on the top shelf, and anyone else that got a good mind. Yeah, I'm with the vine. I deep in your heart, 'cause that's what make it far. And I don't give a damn about being no star. If you're right on my channel, you know who I am. Yeah, I do what I do, yeah, that's it. I have no fear, and I will slam any devil coming near thee. I'm trying to stay free, yeah, with my family. Yeah, I ain't with no bullshit. Can't you see? They've been through some things. Yeah, I'm not insane. Yeah, I do what I gotta do in one's lane. But I love my brothers and sisters, my family